Hey guys, I'm JanetOnOccasion, and today we're going over another blog post. There's a lot of blog posts lately. It's great. I love these blog posts. So thank you, Ben Barrett, Mr. Barrett. So, the Jabberslythe rises. Say hello to the most terrifying new monster for the Silence and the Fury. Hello. Do what it tells me. I'm a good boy. So, the worldwide rankings for things you don't want to meet in a dark alley, as if it'll fit in an alley, are about to need a major update. The Jabberslythe is the sort of slavering, insane beast that only occurs when particularly nasty chaos powers get their hands dirty in the non-human corners of the world. Claws, wings, tongue, wild eyes, poisoned skin, the Jabberslythe has it all. And it's the latest Beastman unit introduced in the Silence and the Fury. Well, he's one of them. I mean, there's 3, right? Oh, I guess it means specifically with the introducing series that they're doing. That makes more sense. Anyway, the key to the Jabberslythe is that it is an absolute unstoppable beast at doing the thing it does well. Match it up against a Carnosaur or a dragon, and it's not going to have the greatest of times. Fire-breathing mountain creatures and ancient beasts are not its natural prey. However, against a line of infantry, no matter their armament, it will be a slaughter. It really will be. So there is a video which I'm going to play, and you can see my reaction to it. So here we go. Look at me go. That's the name of the thing.
The horrifically hideous Jabberslythe is sure to make even the most inspiring of leaders falter. An aura of madness surrounds the winged, toad-like creature, tugging at the sanity of all who witness it. Foes quake in the Jabberslythe's presence, as likely to receive a spray of poison as they are to be caught in their claws and dragged into their cavernous mouths whole.
Oh, it's good. Oh, it's good. So yeah, now we do reaction videos, apparently. I don't really know how to react to these things. But anyway, Jabberslythe, awesome creature. I think it looks really cool. And, I mean, I haven't been actually playing any Beastmen on the channel, though I will once we're done with Thoric's campaign, which will be continuing on the 9th, by the way, in case you're wondering. But we're doing the Oxyotl and the Thoric campaign, and then we'll be doing, I don't know, something Beastman. Maybe Taurox, but probably not, because I think everyone's done a bunch of Taurox, but we might do one of the other rework campaigns. But the Jabberslythe is hilarious. He's a big old bouncing baby boy. He really, like, it's so gangly and fat and wobbles about and can't really walk. It half tries to fly, half walks. The animations are superb. It looks incredible. So good. So let's see what they have to say about it. So the Jabberslythe's main tools besides its host of naturally occurring spiky bits are auras. Every moment spent in combat, it is spitting acid blood and vomiting wretched toxins over its foes. Every second look upon it is an invitation to madness for all but the hardiest of minds. It is definitely, and without a doubt, not a friend. The aura of madness and spurting bile blood, as they're so lovingly called, are its dangerous capabilities. In game terms, this comes down to a constant poison and damage in combat, and additional damage to anything close that has low leadership. Even the most famed of monster killers are probably going to have problems if they operate as a pack, rather than one extremely powerful unit. That's the thing, all these auras, it's like the Mortis engine. It performs better against larger model count units. So, makes a lot of sense. So, big old blobs of infantry, get the Jabberslythe in there. But if you want to deal with the Jabberslythe, well, I recommend shooting it. Just kill it before it even gets in combat, if you can. But failing that, target it with your lords and heroes and, you know, a Carnosaur, like they mentioned earlier. Focus it with the single model stuff. And you won't take much damage, you know. It'll attack you a bit, but it's not really specialised for that. So that's how you want to take him down, which is why having him escorted by a Gorgon or something, if you're playing as a Beastman, is always great, because you have the Gorgon just bully anything that might try and bully the Jabberslythe, while the Jabberslythe just kills literally hundreds of enemies. It's amazing. So, Where are we? Where are we, guys? Ben Leach, designer on the Silence and Fury team, gives us a rundown. It's got a long proboscis tongue. It's got acid for blood. It's an I mean, that's just describing Alien, isn't it? That's just a xenomorph. It's an amalgamation of many different things slapped together and wrapped up in a horror theming. Yeah, that's just a description of a xenomorph, but we know it's not a xenomorph. You want it to be attacking infantry just because it can do so much damage in that aura. You can't really blob it and send all your infantry in to surround it because they'll all take damage. They'll all be weaker because of it. How many slave rats can it take out? How many slave rats do you have? The Regiment of Renown variant, the Vorbergland Brood Mother, is yet another step above. Her boiling blood giving her aura armor-sundering properties rather than poison, so everything around her will have rusted armor. It's amazing. Much better against Black Orcs, Chosen, anything that's wearing plate suit. As the end result of the question, can a Jabberslythe breed? She is not for the faint of heart, and more than most can handle. What a minx. Between this, Torex's penchant for Minotaurs, and the brand new Gorgon, you can build a truly ferocious and specific army of destruction, rampaging through enemy territory and forces. In its own way, the Jabberslythe is beautiful. In motion, it is a whirlwind of competing predators that happen to be in the same body, all vying to be the bit of the creature that gets the kill. Ben recalls having to get all that exactly right with Eva Seo. I think I'm saying that right, but who can say Sorry, Eva. The animator who worked on the Jabberslythe. You did a great job. It looks so good. So, getting the weight of it is something that we needed, that we kind of needed to do. That comes across for sure. It feels so lumbering, yet scarily fast at the same time. I don't know how they got that right. It's mad. So Eva and I worked on this quite closely. I pulled off these I pulled all these references together and were looking at frogs and lizards and dinosaurs and all sorts of stuff to see how it all matches together. The Jabberslythe has little insectoid legs underneath it. These big muscular forearms. Trying to get that to move in a way that was interesting was cool. We opted to make it not fly because the wings are so tattered. It's really messed up. But we still made it hover a bit as it tries to take off. Its charge animation is the best. It flies up in the sky and then crash lands into whatever it was going for. It really is stunning. It's so unique. Like a lot of big monsters and things, you think, oh, that's sort of recycled parts. It's really unique. The Jabberslythe is really uniquely done. It's really cool. So, Vic Garza, senior creature artist, again, I hope I'm saying that right, sorry mate, also has some thoughts on putting together this rather magnificent beast. The Jabberslythe was the most challenging and complex creature I've done at Creative Assembly, by far. Seeing as how Creative Assembly used to just be like Roman soldiers walking about, maybe an elephant, I'm not surprised. So it's pretty damn cool. Anyway, knowing that it is a fan favourite put in extra pressure for me to deliver an amazing piece. We had to find a perfect balance between keeping faithful to the original Games Workshop design and player expectations, but also making sure it reads well in the context of a Total War game, from up close and far away. This is incredibly difficult and requires constant communication. I worked closely with Barj Singh, our art director. I think I've heard his name said out loud in a Total War video before, so I feel more confident there. So, it's all good. Until we found a sweet spot that ticked all the above requirements. It was a mix of creative instinct, pulling from the lore, communication, and iteration. Games Workshop gave us feedback early on as well. I also knew that it had to make the shapes and topology of the Jabberslythe as animation friendly as I could, so that Eva could really make this creature come to life. I worked closely with Eva from the very beginning stages of this model all the way through to the end, and made sure to accentuate certain shapes that she would need for her animations to read well. The front arms and wings are both fairly non-conventional, so I asked for a lot of feedback from Eva on how she would like them to move and feel. This helped me foresee and resolve the initial modelling challenges and distribute the weight efficiently in my modelling phase so that it would transfer well for her animation purposes. Really wonderful. Also, there's this Who Are the Beastmen video, which is just a nice summary of the Beastmen mechanics. I recommend going to Total War and checking that out if you just want a concise thing of the Beastmen rework, basically. It goes into a lot of the mechanics details, all the new currencies and things they have. So, good for a summary, for sure. So, Matthew Lewis, lead animator, oversaw the work of the Jabberslythe. So many people are involved in this, I'm not surprised in the slightest. Here's his perspective on getting this thing to move. From an animation perspective, the Jabberslythe posed many challenges. It had to look realistic, but obviously there was no real-life footage to use as reference. Eva drew on a wide variety of sources, her in-depth knowledge of animal locomotion, and her abundant imagination in order to create a convincing performance for the Jabberslythe. As part of this process, we decided that the creature should look ungainly. It shouldn't move with agility and precision. It should shamble and lurch, not fully in control of itself. Not a creature of grace, but an affront to nature. Perfect, honestly. Eva had to make this ungainliness appear terrifying rather than comedic. That's, yeah, God, that's a consideration I hadn't even thought of, because it is horrible. But yeah, I hadn't even thought about that. It could easily have just looked really derpy. So, at times it sort of does, but in a way that's more sort of, it's sort of uncanny valley. It's unsettling in the way that it's just like, oh God, I'm gonna die, lol. It's bleak. So, Charlemagnes, well spent. Hooray. So, yeah. Oh, sorry, a difficult balance to get right, but one I think she accomplished. Yeah, just honestly, I think the Jabberslythe is one of the most impressive units, visually. It looks incredible. Just, I cannot stress how cool it looks. I'm sure all of you guys agree, because how can you not? So, Charlemagnes, well spent. Also, I don't want to spoil the surprise, but we did something new for the Jabberslythe's matched combat. I don't know what animation that's referring to. Ooh. Ooh. Anyway, looking forward to discovering that, I suppose. We'll let you discover that one for yourselves. Oh, well, yeah, thanks. Okay. That was my plan, actually. So, shut up. The important thing to remember is making content for Warhammer is always a team effort. Ben, Matthew, Vic, and Eva also had the help of dozens of QA, other artists, community staff, and even one blog post writer. Here's Vic with the roundup. Big creatures like these are always a team effort, and you must simultaneously follow your own artistic sense as a creature artist while relying heavily on others' expertise in their own fields to really bring the best out. I hope players will love and have fun playing with this unit as much as we enjoyed creating it. That actually is really sweet. I love the idea that these guys really enjoyed this project. I think that's one of the biggest motivations for getting like really unique creatures like the Jabberslythe added to the game. Because I think if the team really want it to happen, then they'll find a way to budget for it, you know? They'll find a way to make it happen. And it feels like that's what they did here. So, really great. So we really do hope that it lives up to your grossest expectations. Remember all this and much more in the Science of Fear update coming July 14th. Eva has since left Creative Assembly for pastures new at Guerrilla Games. Oh, damn! We wish her all the robotic dinosaur best. Yeah, so she's now working on Horizon. Should be working on Horizon. It's not Zero Dawn. It's the Horizon New Frontier or something. I can't remember what the hell it's called. But yeah, the animation in that game is ludicrous. Like in that franchise, Horizon Zero Dawn had crazy animations. So yeah, that makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. Clearly, she can do like these obscure monsters very well. But that's really cool. That's really cool. So yeah, shame that Creative Assembly won't have her around anymore because she clearly did a great job with the Jabberslythe. So yeah, that's a shame. But also, I kind of want to play the New Horizon, so you know, hopefully we'll see some impact there. But yeah, amazing. I think the Jabberslythe is one of the coolest units we've seen, and mechanically really interesting, and something slightly different from the usual Beastman fare of just like big monster smash, just you know raw strength. This Jabberslythe. Yeah, it does a bunch of damage. It absorbs a bunch of damage. I'm pretty sure it regenerates as well. It's just an absolute nightmare to kill. It causes terror, obviously, and the fear helps lower leadership, which helps that aura hit it. But also, what's lovely, this is a great combo, which I recommend you all try out. If you have a Jabberslythe in your army, make sure to have a Deathcaster. So get a Deathcaster in your army, and just like smack dab in the middle of where the Jabberslythe is sat, amongst all the enemy units. Like fresh, you know, Jabberslythe just arrived on the scene. All the enemy units are like, we're not taking much damage yet. How dare you? You drop a Doom and Darkness on top of them. Overcast. Big Air of Effect Doom and Darkness right on top of the Jabberslythe. It's about the same Air of Effect as the damaging aura that Jabberslythe has. So suddenly all of their leadership plummets. And they all start taking damage from the aura. So you can use Doom and Darkness to do damage, not actually to break the enemy. Which I think is a really unique sort of gameplay combo. You know, Doom of Darkness lowers leadership. That's used to make enemies flee. Not in this case, it's used to damage them, which I think is really fun. So try that combo. I recommend it. It's very fun. Just watching a whole blob of enemy infantry, especially if you've just broken into a siege battle, and there's just like a bunch of infantry scrambling to try and block the gates, and the Jabberslythe just comes like barreling in, and then suddenly they're all taking damage. It's so fun. So, lovely. I love the Jabberslythe. Really, really great unit. So I'm very happy. So guys, I'll leave it there. So it's nice to hear these sort of the design ethos behind this stuff. I always find it incredibly interesting. So I'm really glad they are doing these blogs more. It's not just to say, hey guys, here's something new. It's to say, hey guys, here's something new, and this is what the process was. I think that's really fun to hear, and it adds an extra level of transparency. Honestly, like, you get to really appreciate the care and attention that goes into this stuff, rather than just thinking, oh, well, they could just, like, you know, spit out a new beastie whenever, right? It shows the considerations, and I like that. I like hearing about the process an awful lot. I actually watch a lot of, was it GDC? I think the game dev conference lectures. I watch quite a few of those. Not all of them, because some of them are like specific to like, this is how you use an engine, but like when it's writers and stuff, I really love those videos. So I really like sort of game design as a thing, as a concept. So it's fun. So anyway, yeah, I'm gonna leave it there, guys. So remember, I do have a Thoric campaign and a Oxyotl campaign on the go right now. If you're watching this in the future because you just wanted to hear a bit about Jabberslythe, then I might have even started a Beastman campaign featuring our favourite Jabberwocky. So should be fun, plenty of fun stuff coming around this DLC launch, so I'm very excited about you seeing all the content. Also, nexus.gg/Janet if you want to pre-order. They're sadly only available to the US for the pre-order, though it should be available worldwide once it's launched. Just for some reason, Sega won't give the pre-order keys. I don't know what's up with that, but anyway, if you want to support the channel, you can do that. But if you want to get the pre-order discount, I won't begrudge you for buying it early from other sources. And yeah, there's always Patreon if you want to help out. You know, that's fine too. I won't mind, honest. So yeah, guys, comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, guys. Have a good one.